So on October 5th, 2019, Freeman Guerrilla Warfare left early access and reached 1.0. Now we are, as of October 9th, on 1.01. And I've been enjoying the game on stream, grinding through a bunch of like, enemies, just outplaying them with superior aim, all that kind of stuff. I've been having a lot of fun. But over the course of the last 2 to 3 weeks or so, there's been one question that's been commonly reoccurring again and again and again, and many people on both the Steam forums, Twitch, and Discord, they've been asking this question, and that is, when are the modding tools coming out? Because prior to the release day of October 5th, the devs mentioned that it would be out within the first week of release, and we're about 3 weeks past release date, and obviously that still hasn't happened. And people are getting antsy because, with these type of games, the longevity is really determined by how good the modding community is, right? The modding community is what really kind of extends the lifespan of games like this. So where are the modding tools? Honestly, I thought about this, guys. I really did. I took some time to think about it, and I think I have like a rough assumption of what happened. So there's two things that we probably want to consider here. One, it was a serious miswording, or two, and this is the one I believe to be more likely, something came up during the development, the final stages of making the tools available, that basically forced the devs to kind of like take a couple steps back and fix up. Something happened during like the whole releasing phase, right? They were doing maintenance, they were doing their checks on their system, and something happened. Now, what that something is, all we can do is speculate, because the communication has been kind of at this, after October 9th, it's been basically dead silent, right? The devs have been just basically doing their own kind of thing, and everyone's just kind of wondering what the fuck's going on. Now, I actually have a guess for this as well, and I think it has something to do with the vehicles, right? Now, when you had the vehicles removed, like about a year ago, there was a huge uproar of people, like they were just pissed the fuck off. They're like, why would you remove vehicles? The Steam reviews tanked, blah, 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 blah. Personally, for me, I didn't really care too much that vehicles were removed because of balance issues. Now, I didn't know exactly, I don't know how vehicles were for you guys on like other difficulties, but for like realistic, very hard, or just very hard at the time, this shit was unbalanced as hell. Like, for every 4 tanks you had, it only took 1 enemy tank to blow up. So your 1 tank for the enemy was worth 4 tanks of you. And that kind of shit, along with the fact that they're so fucking expensive, like 20k a piece at the time, and you had to repair them all the time, it was just completely unsustainable. So why do I say this has to do something with the vehicle update? Well, I personally think that the devs are re-releasing some of the assets to the vehicles, right? The code, I'm not an expert on this, so feel free to correct me about this shit, right? But they're re-releasing a couple of old assets, or getting them ready to basically say to modders, here, they're all in this tool, you can go figure out, right? I don't think they like purposely scrapped the vehicle update. I think they just like never implemented it, and I think what's going to happen is, 2 updates from now, or 1 update even, right? We're going to see the assets for the vehicles, all that shit available, and modders can get to work on restoring them if they so wish, right? Now, why do I have the 1.01 update pulled up? Now, as some of you might wonder. Well, I had it pulled up mainly to show that we should not be expecting the modding tools anytime sooner. I did say on stream that maybe this shit would be coming out a week or 2, right? Clearly, I was wrong, and I didn't really think too much. I was like spitballing, throwing a guess, right? Because I hadn't really done my research, and quite honestly, there wasn't really any information at the time now. And I've combed through since then. I've combed through a couple of Discord messages, a couple of Steam forums, just overall, and I don't think we're going to be getting the modding tools in the 1.02 update. Because if you look very carefully, 1.01 is all this shit, and for the next update, it says adding new guns, balancing the economy, adjusting gun handling and damage, balancing unit health growth, and then it's supposed to say health, and then adding more AI strategy and tactics. That does not sound like modding tools to me. So you're probably looking at worst case scenario a month before modding tools come out. Now, I think this is pretty. If you want my honest opinion about this, it isn't exactly too good because, like I said earlier, longevity of the game is dependent, especially for these types of games, action RPGs. It is dependent. Look at Skyrim. It is 100% dependent on the modding community, and the fact that the modding community has kind of been a little bit hamstrung at this point in terms of having full access is really, really going to wear away some of that patience that a lot of gamers have or consumers of this game have. Right now. I especially think this could be a bigger problem if we're looking at a 2-month release table because not everyone, in fact, most people don't finish a full playthrough, right? Most people like do half a playthrough and then they just go straight into mods. I don't know about you guys, but I never did like a full finished playthrough of Warband. Like I never conquered the whole fucking map, right? Obviously that's not the case for like Freeman. Like I try to get my full playthroughs done. That's why it hasn't impacted me. But for like most people who don't have the time, who just want to like blow shit up and like command and be in that kind of fantasy of a general who's outplaying everyone, they need the modding tools. They need the mods now because they're just gonna get bored and not play the game and forget about it. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you for this video. Be sure to leave your thoughts about when you think the modding tools are going to come out, or if I missed anything or was incorrect about the whole vehicle asset thing in the comments below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.